Do you have phones in your country? That was the first question I get asked as an exchange student in the United States. Exchange students' programs are unrecognized for their integral role in fostering international relationships for the future. Many people, even exchange students themselves, don't enter the exchange program because there's an idea of how much students get from it, not realizing how much they give as well. Exchange students' programs are focused on a big mission: sharing cultures and build national friendships for the future. But to be an exchange student, you have to commit to it, truly enjoy and love the program. It's not simply a year-long vacation. This is a different life for a year, full of adventures and adversities. It is a year to learn about yourself. I have always felt disconnected from my home country. That is why I entered the exchange program, to explore new places and feel like I belong somewhere. To understand if I truly was as distant from my home country as I felt. I'm in a scholarship program here. This kind of program provides nearly anything you need. So obviously, to get into this program, you need to go through extensive testing and background checks. Being in such a program is more surreal than any other moment. If you ever ask an exchange student what it was like when they found out they're going to be an exchange student, you will never get a specific answer, because all I remember that moment was emotions. It was a mixture of shock, happiness, and fear of what lies in the unknown future. You hear this voice and realize how powerful you can be, that all your dreams are real, and you are the one who can change the world. I vividly remember the moment I opened my acceptance. I was crying, jumping, and running around the room. I was 16 and wasn't afraid of anything. I felt unstoppable. They considered us, we signed the papers, we went to the setting. Believe it or not, I have the whole book of how to be an exchange student in the United States. I remember sitting in my kitchen, learning this feet and inches system, questioning nearly anything. It wasn't in a bad way. I was curious. I wanted to know more. And this is how my adventure started. International exchange programs connecting everyone African Americans with their counterparts around the world. Exchange programs create opportunities for participants to learn, to prosper, and to work with others to solve shared problems and ensure a secure future. Exchanges are future leaders of the world who instinctively appreciate the value of national collaboration, understanding, and empathy. Unfortunately, the United States facing economic uncertainty and ongoing threats to national security. Meeting these challenges requires smart policy strategies that build solid national partnerships for the future to enable teachers, students, and participants to experience American culture and participate in American communities firsthand, and by allowing Americans to experience culture in the same way. Exchanges are critical support to official U.S. diplomacy and an essential part of building national partnerships for the future. When you experience a different culture through educational and cultural exchange, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and those around you. Deepen your knowledge of foreign culture and strike national partnerships for the future. Leaving the familiar behind and planning to the unknown shows a commitment to understand other people, a commitment to learn about the world in a way that books, school assignments, professional careers can never reveal. As I mentioned before, I'm on a scholarship program here. The scholarship programs are of the U.S. Department of State with funding provided by the U.S. government and administered by the American Council of International Education. Every year, more than 35,000 students apply for this program, and nearly 1,000 are selected. According to acceptance rate of 2022-2023, it is 2.3%, which is compared to Ivy's League, 4% to 6%. Results are announced in spring, and finalists travel to the United States in the summer, returning home as an alumni the following spring. This is a unique opportunity for secondary school students from Europe and Eurasia to experience American culture, live with a volunteer host family, and attend a U.S. high school. Indeed, exchange students are often the first person from their home country that many host community meet. This exchange of cultures often results in new second families as host families. Exchange students create connections that last a lifetime. When you live with a volunteer host family, you're integrated into their family, temporarily become a part of it. By doing so, you become aware of inner concerns, hopes, and dreams of a future family, neighborhood, city, nation, and the global community. And with this realization comes this corresponding knowledge of what it means to belong to your particular country or culture. More than 60% of alumni say the best thing about this program is having a lifelong second family as host family and building mutual understanding between the US and their home country. Additionally, Hosting an exchange student can be a life-changing experience as well. You have the opportunity to bring the world into your family and to learn firsthand about other countries, from their youth, the future of their country. You also have a chance to teach about the United States, its culture, values, community. And while host families often find this experience to be profoundly gratifying, this type of person-to-person connection also serves very good by promoting goodwill and mutual understanding. Participants develop leadership skills, self-confidence, and a great understanding of capacities of the world around them. Getting to know the locals, experiencing the culture, and living as they do are things to dismiss. And this is where you discover another way of living in a new country, with all its difficulties. Exchange students programs are focused on a big mission: sharing cultures and building national partnerships for the future. Exchange students are future leaders of the world. So this is why it is imperative to build this world with peace and mutual understanding. And it all can start with the host community. As I like to say, to start this exchange process, we usually bring some souvenirs or presents, or we do presentations. During November, we have International Educational Week, during which all exchange students, mostly scholars, are obligated to present their home country in their host community, schools, through history, music, food. I did about 10 presentations, and each presentation will follow with the same question. Wait, aren't you Russian? And do you have phones in your country? Mind you, I'd be staying with my phone alongside with the map that highlighted Kazakhstan. I wasn't mad. It was a bit disappointing. However, it reminded me of why I'm here as an exchange student. This is why we're doing this. To tell people that times changed and history is being made in countries free from the Soviet Union. I'm here to tell them, yes, we use phones, and no, my country is not Russia. I'm here to show them what independence means for our countries. I'm here to tell them technology is not sparse in small countries. If not for me, would they ever learn that history is being made in countries free from the Soviet Union? That technology is not sparse in small countries? According to yearly survey, IB and students, over 4,000 presentations are given per year by our students in their host community. Being an exchange student is not just about living in the host community, but also about changing it. Exchange students share their knowledge. They present different ways of living in another country with all its difficulties. People who host are able not just to show how they live, but also try to observe and adjust to the way the student was used to living or thinking or understanding the world. This is teamwork, which proves that diversity is about interacting and creating new opportunities for the future. International participants in the United States and American participants abroad are exposed to the values, customs, and ways of doing business in another country with all its difficulties. And they learn it not from bureaucrats or diplomats, but from teachers, students, families, and volunteers from all walks of life. In turn, the communities who host build national partnerships on their own and gain a full appreciation of foreign culture and values. All people involved in exchange programs, both participants and hosts, that engage those around them, concerning international exposure, creating a vast multiplier effect. I realized the real value of my mission on my 3rd month here. This is when I started noticing that people are willing to ask me questions. They are willing to know more about Kazakhstan. They are willing to know more about world. I also contributed some ideas for future projects, and I can say that I finally felt the power, and I'm ready to use it. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Albert Einstein. This type of peace in our exchange experience can be found with the help of the host community we live in. We're coming here, we learn how to trust, how to be open, how to not be afraid. But remember, people around you, around us, do matter. With the help of them, we can make things work. We can make it rather good or not. We are future leaders of the world. We find the solutions. So my conclusion will be more about what you, as a host community, can do in order to make this process beneficial. But first, I want to highlight that international relations are the most vulnerable ones. They cannot be done or taken care of by one president or one country. It is about world's intentions and how they can be used. This understanding is possible through communication. Communication is possible through actions, and actions can be done with the help of attention. So I am, as one of the exchange students, asking you, a host community for future leaders of our world, to remember our goals, our values, and help us complete our mission successfully. Thank you.